Honestly, it was not fair for me to drag my own, what was going on internally into my world and putting it on them. It's a huge regret. I should have never said that.
I want nothing but the best for you. I have nothing but love for you, okay? I don't want to see you hurt. I care about you, and I don't want to put you guys in your guys' relationship in that light.
Wait, now you give the quotes to the, what's going on here?
Nothing.
You good, Shaina?
I'm good. I'm good.
How has life been since the episode started airing?
Life is, honestly, it's been good overall. Definitely, there's been some challenges, but I've overcome it.
I mean, what was your reaction? It's broadly, watching yourself back on the show.
It's bittersweet. There's definitely were some moments that I was like, that's not what fully happened. Again, it's reality TV and there's thousands of hours being filmed, and unfortunately the viewers are only seeing so much of it. But it's been interesting.
Do you feel like you were fairly portrayed? Do you feel like it was a fair and accurate representation?
I think things were definitely taken out of context. This isn't against anybody behind the scenes. I think people's opinions were already made by the time it got to the beach bonfire scene that was with Shayne. I wasn't there to break them up, and I was very clear about that. It was more of clearing the air of what was going on behind the scenes that wasn't on film.
But let's talk about you and Kyle for a minute.
Yes.
Obviously, you guys got engaged to each other on the show. He gave you his mom's ring, but you had a big difference. You guys had different religious beliefs.
You should have never said yes to me. Seriously.
You're 100% right.
And you know what? It just feels like you've been lying to me the whole time.
I was not lying to you. A part of me was just conflicted the whole time.
You messed with me.
I'm not mess with you, I swear. Don't make me out to look like that. I'm not.
Oh my God.
So sorry. I feel sick right now.
Why?
You had me wearing your mother's engagement ring when I don't want to be a fraud at the end of the day.
Do you feel like Kyle didn't understand how important your faith was to you?
Yeah, so unfortunately, there was a lot being filmed of me constantly reiterating, like, this isn't gonna work, this isn't gonna work. And I felt like, how many times can I tell you? And I'm not holding anything to his head to stay. And he had that choice. I didn't find out that he was atheist until right before he had proposed. And again, feelings were already developed at that point. And so my internal conflict was, okay, I had been engaged to a Christian man and look what happened. So it doesn't matter, maybe he could be a good person and maybe we can overcome it. And at the end of the day, again, this is an experiment. This isn't real life. This is all within 3 weeks, right? This isn't normal situations, right? Circumstances. And so he knew the whole entire time how I was feeling.
Did part of you think, I don't know, maybe it's possible. It's possible that we could grow beyond that. Let's see what happens.
100%. I was trying to be open-minded. The thing is, I can't just put it on basic religious. That's the biggest deal breaker at the end of the day. It was for me.
I have nothing to lose here. I had nothing but I care about you. You were my number one.
You never told me that.
Everyone will back me up on that. I don't know.
Sorry.
Why are you smiling?
Because
I'm shy.
You are so far from shy.
No,
Why did you not tell Shayne earlier in this experiment that he was your number one?
What had happened was, during the pods, Natalie's and Shayne's, their connection was very apparent right away. And me and Natalie were friends. And so it was just an awkward position to be in. I was kind of holding it back, per se. I definitely should have been more forthright, and I own that. That was another regret of mine. That scene with me telling him that he was my number one, it wasn't to be I was your number one, you should have picked me. It was more of me calling the situation out that was not filmed, unfortunately.
It does seem like you're going to go to this beach party to get him back.
No, unfortunately, yes, and that's what the viewers are saying. Me and Natalie were talking. I heard that some things were going on, and I was well, if it doesn't work out, I have a guy for you. I was trying to be honest. I did say that. And again, it is filmed that I'm not here to break you guys up. You know what I'm saying? And so unfortunately it does look like that.
we all want to know what they talk about. What do you guys, what do they talk about? I want to know. Yeah. What do they talk about?
I was asking, and she was staring at him like she was gonna cut his throat if he actually told me.
Really?
Yeah.
They're coming up, they're holding hands. This is so fucking awkward.
So insane.
So it seems like you're kind of questioning, like, what do they have in common? But what was going through your mind in that conversation?
So I actually called Natalie. We talked, and I apologized for saying anything about the relationship. That was not my place. I was taking information, again, weeks prior to before they even developed deeper into the relationship. And that was very petty for me to say that. And I definitely apologize. I should have never questioned the relationship.
I feel like I'm being portrayed as a certain like villain in your guys' relationship, your guys' fake ass relationship. No offense, because it is a fake ass relationship.
You think I was fake?
It is such a joke. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings, but I'm just being real.
Why would you think that?
What gave you the impression that that was not a real relationship?
I guess it's because I had again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but it went back to the pods of just seeing again, in my third party retrospective, what compatibility did they have? And there were some things behind scenes that people would say oh, it's rehearsed, that kind of thing. And so I took that, and again, out of emotion of what was other things that were going on, it imploded, as you can tell. Honestly, it was not fair for me to drag what was going on internally into my world and putting it on them. It's a huge regret. I should have never said that. And I've apologized, and I wish them nothing but the best individually too, and together.
Do you feel like, if you had told Shayne earlier in the show or in the process that he was your number one, do you think that you guys would have gotten engaged and gotten married?
I don't know if it would have worked. I don't know Shayne as deep as Natalie knows Shayne. Seeing things unfold, I don't even know if me and Shayne would have made it on a romantic level. It could have been more on a friendship, if that makes sense.
Since the first few episodes, the first drop of episodes aired, people were comparing you to Jessica from the first season. How did you feel about that comparison?
First and foremost, I think it's so sad how people are calling me the Jessica, villainizing Jessica. I guess until you experience reality television, you will never know. And I will never judge another reality person ever again. I definitely think also our situations were two complete different situations. And I think maybe the comparison is they villainized, she was villainized by the public, and I'm definitely being villainized by the public.
Is there anything else about this experience that you feel like you want people to know?
I guess I would want the public to know that what was portrayed is not who I am. I am not a homewrecker. I feel that people should just understand and take it in that this is reality television. Me and the cast, I feel like we're all at a healing point. And so the world is so angry, but they need to understand that we are all kind of at a healing point. And then again, people who know me, they're not even questioning me. So it's been, honestly, I've had even more love than hate.